Hey everybody, we are back here and Dwayne and I have managed to snag Mr. Eddie Speed here. Eddie's been running around like crazy this weekend, just everywhere, up on stage and talking with vendors, and of course everybody wants to say hello, so we got him.
I'm sitting down.
It
feels a lot better at the moment. Yeah. No, it's been fun. It's people ask you a little bit sometimes, how you have so much energy, and I think it's just because, it's exciting. I mean, we got an event and got a bunch of folks here, and
was talking with Keith, and he was just no, not Kevin Moan, Keith Pionk, and he was just saying, boy, the energy. In the room, and you can just feel it, and that's so I know what you mean. So I'm not tired until the end of the night, like you were probably tired. I'll sit down, but I know what you mean.
So, how do you think it's going? What kind of feedback are you getting? I mean, you get from the vendors, with the students that are here. Great feedback that I'm getting. I know you guys are debriefing on when you come off stage.
I would say, there's a lot of vendors here, people I've known in the industry a long time, 20, 25 years. Mm-hmm. And just straight across the board, they've come up to me and it's like, Eddie, this is just great. This is just, and we feel like it. We're just thrilled to see that they're getting what they thought, and all the attendees are getting what they thought. And, we talk about it a lot. Kevin, in classes and training and all the stuff we do, it's just the industry's changed a lot. The efficiency of what you can do with vendors today is unbelievably different, Dwayne, than even 5 years ago.
Yeah, we were talking, with Kevin. We were just going reminiscing back, just 2.5 years with Kevin, and when he came on, and I said, your mom and you came to the Seattle event. And real estate guy, young guy, go-getter, and was really hesitant about coming into the note space, and what would that look like, for me 2 years down the road, and bang, here we are. And so you tell me, how did that look for you? And he just felt like, having a paved way so he didn't have to go out and do it on his own. And so why don't you expand on that a little bit?
I think there's a couple of things. I think if you're, he lives in Seattle, and I don't mean there's no profit in Seattle real estate. I'm certainly not saying that.
Right.
I'm just saying to you that we've had a lot of significant speakers that hedge funds from around the country converse with, and strategy, and looking down the road, and what you think the market's doing. Everybody sees it like I do. Stuff's overpriced. And there's a whole bunch of people in a whole lot of markets that are dealing with real estate. The fix and flip deal is just the margin's gotten out of it. I know they make TV shows about it, make it sound really cool, but the reality is Matt Burke, keynote speaker today. He's a fund administrator for over 100 different funds that loan money,
Crazy.
hard money lending. It ain't like the guy don't know what's going on.
Right.
And then Kay Thompson was there today, and they've handled workout on 60,000 houses, 60,000, and he's basically saying, and of course the thing that I'm going to say tomorrow in the state of the industry is this: there's a market inefficiency in the sub 100,000 that's totally different than a kind of a heated market in north of 100,000. And how do you, because all of us being entrepreneurs, we're like, how do you seize the market opportunity? We make money when there's a market inefficiency. That's how entrepreneurs make money. We don't make money when everybody else is chasing the same deal.
And these guys aren't just, they just didn't start out yesterday. Their resume is massive. They've been in the industry for a long time, and paving the way and following someone that can educate you. It's huge.
Well, if you've got a guy like Matt that's, handled $1 billion, that's a lot of deals. And when you have that level of information, then you naturally know that you've got to make sure that you're paying attention to what's going on. And that's what really we heard most of the day, is you need to pay attention to what's going on.
Right.
If I'm Kevin, I'm buying assets. His case study's on an asset he paid less than $7,000 for.
Yeah.
What do we say? The best kind of deal is when you don't need a calculator for.
Yeah. But to prove you, make your point even stronger. I mean, you think about the massive market inefficiency that we had that led up to this. Well, that's what's created this massive opportunity. And Dwayne and I were also talking a little bit just about how Note School and
I was getting ready to say that. Let's talk a little bit about growth. I mean, we run the road.
Especially you guys go back.
We run the road and
a long time.
It was slim pickings.
It hasn't always been this big. Is that what you're saying? It's not always been
that's
600.
I think we need to expand on that a little bit. I mean, there's obviously one at the helm, but I believe who really grew Note business is our students, without question. I mean, they've made Note School. Obviously, you at the helm, but we've been up and down the road a little bit, and it's wonderful to see it's grown to this magnitude.
Look, if you got that many students like we do that have case studies and are closing deals and are loving what the business is doing for them, it's it's the news that travels, and I mean, it's undeniable the market condition. The inventory right now is in notes. I mean, there's an insane amount. What did Cade say? Over 3 million defaulted notes yet
on
to
the
be
books.
On the books,
right.
yeah.
This isn't with people like us. These are people like Fannie and Freddie and banks that have yet to sold these loans. Forget the 20 billion that's already been sold this year that people like Goldman Sachs have bought. And what's going to happen? The big firms are going to take these certain subset of these assets, these typically lower price band under 100,000, and they're going to box them up and resell them.
Right.
And so there is nobody's in remotely close to saying there's no inventory or it doesn't exist. I think we're this conference to me is a lot about the efficiency of managing your business, particularly on a part-time basis, and it's about managing your growth. It's not that you're not going to have growth; you're going to have growth. It's a matter of how to do it efficiently in the most profitable way.
And there was even talk, really more talk, I think, about are we setting ourselves up to do this all over again? The short-term memory where you've got these banks, just writing the loans again without the proper requirements. So, if anything, I think you're right.
We're breeding the new underwriting. And once again,
Cloning a problem.
It's funny because you have these two subsets, right? You've got the houses over 100,000, and lending has gotten liberal again. And that's what basically Cade Thompson said in his address this morning. They ran stats and figured out that the loans that have been created, that the likelihood of default is like over 12% on the underwriting that they've already of the loans that they're just created. Well, that's new non-performing inventory that's going to be created in the future. The under 100,000, that they're not lending on anything in that market. So now we're dealing in either financing and papering the deal and doing the things that we teach, or you're just looking at a cash market. Well, let me just tell you something. A cash market probably means a discount.
Well, again,
I can tell you, man in the booth, I have dealt with a bunch of real estate investors and agents today that are coming by and saying, I need inventory. I mean, I know I need to retool my business. I know somewhat about notes, but I'm really excited about notes after being here the first day and a half, and I have to retool my business. I cannot find inventory, and we hear it every single week of from Seattle to Miami and from Boston all the way down to San Diego and everywhere in between. They need it.
Yep.
Hey, wait till I do that state of the industry tomorrow. They're going to jump out of their skin.
Listen, I need more people to man the booth. I need more people over here. So.
Oh yeah, no, and I've done a good bit of research. Kevin has helped me with some of that.
No question, he's great at that.
And we've done a lot of research, and what we're really saying is that I think what we've done in this presentation tomorrow is we've nailed down what is this market inefficiency and why is that the opportunity. Right? Because most people look at a market inefficiency and go, that scares them.
Right.
And you stop and look at the wealthiest people in the world, and that's what they've done is built businesses and solved problems. And I think we've got some clear, definable direction of exactly the steps of how you're going to seize the opportunity. And that's what I'm going to really talk about tomorrow.
Ready for it. Thanks for stopping by.
Good to see you.
Thanks, Eddie.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Bye-bye,
it. We know
everybody.
you're busy.
All right. See you guys. Bye-bye.